Hi, guys. Hi. I wonder, I feel like, well, maybe. All right. See, it says there's like 13 of you, but maybe because this thing is like on a delay or something, it doesn't say it yet. So I just found out that oil is closed because of Good Friday. Ugh. So oil is closed. Copper is closed. I was going to run those and sim overnight just to end in the morning. And then when I was going to see if we could have some to actually like watch. But hey, Paul. Hey, Jose. Hi, Mike. Hey, guys. So that sucks. But what we can do is do some other things. If you want to ask me about any questions, obviously I'm more than willing to answer them and go through the steps. Like if you don't know how to do something, I can go through that. I can pull up some market replay and we could watch some products together. Hey, Brad, we could watch some products on replay. It's up to you. You guys let me know. It's probably not going to be a super long stream because I thought we were going to have some trades to actually watch with gold, but we're not. Which is crazy because the indexes are open, like NQ and YM are moving, but not much. But oil, copper, and I think gold too, pretty sure. They are all just done for the weekend. Yeah, sure, Paul. What's your question? Ask away. Hey, Juan. Hey, Mark. Hey. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the chat. If you want to see something, put it in the chat. I'm more than willing to kind of do whatever because the markets aren't really open. All right. So, Gustavo, aren't you still on a phone call with Paul? Paul said he was on the phone with you. But hey, yeah, happy Easter. I'm struggling with MQ. I was doing it last week and then well, which ones? So you have to be specific with, so you're doing the 2 TPs or what? A 5-minute? Like, I need a little more, and it's, I can pull up MNQ, but you have to tell me which one you're running because I can't just like assuming it's 5-minute. Is it Renko? What is it? Now remember, with all of these, you're going to have losing trades and you're going to have winning trades. It's not always, just because you were doing well last week doesn't mean then this week it's going to be great. So for NQ, I do, the scalper. I don't even use the scalper anymore. Do I still have my aggressive in here? NQ conservative, so this is probably aggressive. Well, let's see. What time frame is it on? Oh yeah, losing trades here. It's kind of tight. Oh, this one was nice. Did you get this trade? Was this yesterday? This was a nice one. Long at 12.991 and 9.45 at the market open yesterday. So today it seems like it was a little kind of jumbled. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Rishi. Rishi, can you imagine? Oil is closed. I'm so upset. So, Paul, I see here that today there were 2 losing trades, but yesterday there was a huge winning trade. 12.991, so almost 13,000, 150 points. That's 3,000 per mini or 300 per micro. Yes, Brad, I still have a small account. It kind of I got a little excited about the first Renko stuff, so I'm down to like 3,500. So I don't know the long, I just watched it keep going up. Well, make sure you're always closing out of NinjaTrader. That's like one of the biggest things that I'm noticing people aren't doing. You have to close out of NinjaTrader every day before the new session. So the new session starts at 6 p.m. Well, you know, the old session closes at 5. So between 5 and 6, you have that whole hour to get set up. If you can't get set up until after 6 p.m., that's fine too. But you don't want to close out of the program and go back in before 5 p.m. because that's not going to be resetting you. So make sure you're always resetting yourself at the new session or right before it. John, because there's a huge difference in the algorithms. So this, what you're looking at here, is the second algorithm, which is fine, but it doesn't produce as well as the new algorithm, which is the bold trend, which is like this. But there's a if you weren't part of the group and you didn't get the 2 weeks for free, then there is a similar special where it's $500 for 3 weeks, and then it's the full price after that. Yeah, Powell, well, first off, 2 weeks ago, it's crazy how fast time moves. 2 weeks ago, Powell spoke once or twice that week. Then the following week, he spoke Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then we thought Thursday was going to be better. This was when I was in Vegas. We thought Thursday was going to be better. It wasn't. And so then we pretty much all shut down last Friday. This week has been okay. Just, I don't know, I feel like Sunday night was a little choppy. But then, yeah, I think, and then it's also, you know, it doesn't help that we get shiny new toys, and then it's like, Jeffrey Cowell, what do I recommend for start behavior? Yeah, so it should always be flat, but you can choose if you want it to be synchronized account or not. Like flat, synchronize, this, wait until flat, synchronize account, or just wait until flat. I think they're both fine. We were seeing issues with the scalper when you only had wait until flat. I think with the algorithm the way it is now, it's getting us in and out pretty securely. Even with like, I haven't had any issues with the oil. Like, oh, God, look at this oil today. Look, oh, I get like so mad at myself. So I updated oil to have 2 different time sessions. So this is the day session. So one winner, 1 loser, 2 winners, 3 winners, 4 winners, 5 winners, 6 winners, 2 losers, 7 winners. 7 winners and 2 losers for the day session today. And so I feel like the synchronize or like the flat or the flat synchronized account, I think either are fine, especially with Algo 3. Yeah, April's going to be our month. I love the positive energy, Nicole. Keep it up. Hey. Hey, Nagar. Do. So, and Cleveland, have you tried MES at all? Because MES is pretty solid too. It's a lot slower, but it's pretty solid. Also, guys, I pulled up that. Let's talk about that. An Algo 3 for ES or MES. Like those MES settings were 90% or 100%. So I'm like, shit, let me pull up ES. Let me show you. So I pulled up ES. And again, it's a reliable... Where is just regular ES? Oh, there it is. It's a reliable product, but you're not going to have a bunch of trades. So I don't want everybody in my DMs like, it's not trading today. Like, it's only 2 hours a day. So if it's only 2 hours a day, you can't expect to have trades every day. It's like 1 trade a day. I have to remember what... Oh, it's on... 10-minute chart. All right, so let me put on a 10-minute chart. So it literally, in the strategy analyzer, you can see it's one trade, like a half a trade a day. So, damn, look at this. Look at this. Okay, so ES wouldn't have taken any trades for you today because this trade started at like 2:30 a.m. and that's not when we have it turned on, obviously. So here's an example. There was a trade yesterday so we started at 7:50. This is right at 8 o'clock. Long at 39.53. Went to first TP is 63. That's 10 points. That's $500 for the first contract. Look at this second one. 977. 25 points. What the hell is that math? Right? 1250 plus your 500. $1,700, $2,000 yesterday trading 2 mini ESs, but then nothing today. But that's kind of how it is. So you can look through. There was nothing on this day, nothing on this day. You can always go to data series here and have like put more days in. So I can put like 15 days instead of 5, and then it will have more. Yeah. So this was yesterday. So then that day, nothing, that day, nothing, that day, nothing, nothing, nothing. So see, this is like, you know, don't be messaging me. Is it broken? No, it's not broken. It's only 2 hours out of the day. So this one here, long from 24 to 30, almost 34. That's almost 500 here. And then this one had the trailing stop for 4 points. So that would be $200. So $700 trade there. Nothing, nothing, nothing. There's a trade here. That looks nice. Oh, this is 100%. So you can't really bitch. Like, just the way most people would approach this is it's 100%. It doesn't trade every day. But the more you get comfortable with it, just increase your size. That's how, instead of opening more times or exposing yourself to more risk, just saying, okay, well, it does really well during 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So I'm just going to increase my sizing during that time. Paul, I don't know. So yeah, this is the Algo 3. I don't know if it would have the similar success, but I know there are settings for ES or MES in the scalper. Definitely check those out. Do you recommend having the algo active right before the opening bell, or just wait for the dust to settle, find a direction in the market? Well, so I keep mine on all the time. Some of the products I don't have trading during the bell, so it'll just depends on what product you're talking about. Does that make sense? Oops. I like minimized my thing. So yeah, so this ES looks good. I'm definitely going to be running this, or at least MES to start. I'm so sad these are out of commission right now. YM, Renko, I don't know. I'm kind of over the Renkos for indices. Like, I'm just kind of over it. I definitely like it for the commodities and the metals. Like, oil takes so many trades. How many days does this go back? See, then I have 2 here. So now that I have 2, I guess not real time. Strategy, performance, historical. Exactly, Fred. That's what people are going to be doing. So this doesn't tell me if it's the daytime or the night one, so I don't really know. 220 trades. Let's see what the other one was. This is for 15 days. 134. See, this one's better. I think this one is the day session. So whatever that is after oil, in like the later day. So that's 10 a.m. to 1:50. So pretty much 10 to 2 has a slightly better win rate. So it goes from like 66 to 72. Less trades overall. And more profit. And remember, when you look at these, like the max consecutive losers, this is individual contracts. So in these setups, I'm taking 2 contracts. So this 6 just means I had 3 losing trades back to back. So not 6 losing trades, but 3 losing trades, and each of them had 2 contracts in them. What else? Any other questions? What else should I look at? What should I do? It's so weird with the market not being open, even though it's not a weekend. Should I pull up YM in my 10-minute? YM. Day and night for YM as well. This was at noon today. I took that in the Renko too. This was last night. If you had YM on last night, it took a nice pullback short. 988 to 920. That's really nice. 68 times 5, right? That's how much it is a tick? Yeah, 340. Hasn't really been super active since then. You could put the day one on too. What you doing? Where you at? Let's see. So yeah, it had that one losing trade, and then it had that bigger winning trade today. But it really has been pretty quiet lately in YM. Look at that. Oh, let me see. Mark? Oh. Why am I not seeing a question from you? I scroll up and there's nothing in there. But if it was a recommendation, I really can't recommend anything, honestly. I think you guys know this by now. I think we kind of covered this by saying that newbies should be staying in the newbie section. So the spreadsheet has a newbie tab down here, and it just has MES and MYM. They're both 90% win rate. So Juan, I'm going to be trading Sunday night. Yeah, I'll be turning stuff on Sunday night. But this newbie tab is really helpful for people that are brand new. Just to kind of get your feet wet, just take, you know, 1 contract of each. Oh, and here I have 2. I should probably change that in the picture so people don't do that. Because see, new people will be like, it says 2 and 2. I took 4 micros. Is this algorithm running? Do you have the monitor while it runs? No, you don't have to monitor it while it runs. I actually sleep a lot while it's running. A lot of my settings are at night. But yes, this is the Algo 3. So this is the newbie tab. I'm just trying to show this in the picture. And then the no TP, we've had this for a while. The NQ 5-minute with no take profits. Then you're going to have all your regular products with 1 take profit or 2 take profits. And then the Renko stuff for testing. Nice, Keisha. Happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that. Yeah, lots of questions. It's okay. A lot of new people have a lot of questions. It makes sense. It is very normal. But I think like the biggest thing is people are scared. They're like, is it actually working? I don't know if it's working. Is it working? And it's really just making sure you're resetting your platform each and every night, meaning closing out. Like you physically need to close out of this whole platform. Click the X. It will say, do you want to save your settings? You can say yes or no. It's totally up to you. I always say yes. And then just come back into NinjaTrader. So it's really just a 2-click process. You close out of NinjaTrader, the whole platform, and then you reopen it, And you have to do it after 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that is when the new session is going to begin at 6. So I think that's the biggest thing. People will be like, I didn't have any trades last night, and that's the biggest thing. That or market data. You have to make sure you have market data live. You'll know if you have market data or not if this little thing is moving in price. So if the live price is moving and telling you that price is fluctuating up and down, then your market data is turned on. If not, you need to go to the link that I have in the FAQ document, and you need to click it and pay the $12. So I update the spreadsheets kind of often, Juan, but some of them are really good, so then I don't touch them. But if we find something new, then I make some new stuff. So no, I don't do it daily. Yeah, so Mark, I can tell you what my setup is. My setup is NQ. Lately, I've been getting distracted with Renko, but I'm going back to the 5 minutes. So I do the 5-minute NQ, no TPs. I do the day and the night settings. I really like them split up like that. And then I was doing YM for a while, so I like YM. It's just kind of quiet and chill. I have never done ES, but I'm going to start doing ES for sure. And then outside of that, I'm testing oil and copper in Renko because I like the way that they look, especially oil. And as we speak, Zach is getting together settings for me for gold. And if I like gold, I will also be taking that in Renko. But I like to test them first. So I test them. If it's a new candle setup, if it's a new chart, new settings, I like to test it for a few days until I get too impatient. But I know with this Renko, it can be a little intimidating, especially the oil. So I'll probably test that for a week. But I know the indexes pretty well. So if I look at the settings and I'm like, okay, this is NQ and it has a range, like the stop loss is $400. I know that's a pretty good range for NQ. If it's actually going to turn around in my direction, that would be enough room for it to do so. If it's going to be stopped out, then okay, am I okay with the $400 loss? Like, that's what you have to work out. Can you send to us when you update the spreadsheet? Fred, it's automatically updated. You just pull it up whenever you want. I always tell the group when I put new stuff. Yeah, ES. But the ES is 100%, so I'm going to run it. Even if it takes 1 or 2 trades a week and it makes me an extra $500 or $1,000, I'll take it. No, Jeffrey, that seemed to be something, unless you're in the scalper, that seemed to be another issue with the scalper that I didn't like. You would have to come in and reload historical data all the time. I have not had to do that at all since using the Algo 3. So, yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like it was a scalper issue. We like it if I went over the Renko. He was going to be having... Yeah, no, the 5 minutes great. And I had nothing against the 5 minute. I just thought the Renko looked... I don't know. I guess I was just, like, excited and thought it was pretty cool. Like, the Renko took the same long. It just took it sooner. So, it took it last night at, like, 1 a.m. Like, here... Something like this. Or no, it took it at 7 p.m. That's what it was. It took it right, like, in this area. It got long. Because I don't have it turned on. No, because I don't have a strategy on it. But it took the long here around 7 a.m. And the 5 minute didn't get long until 1:30, which was here. Which is fine. They're both pretty much... the 1:30 was a little higher than the 7:30. But the 7:30 did kind of have these pullbacks. So if you would have had like a trailing stop on, or if you would have moved up your stop loss, you would have been kind of hurt. But at the 1:30 mark was really when it never looked back. It just kind of kept going. So, but both of them seem to be fine. Because if you compare the 5 minute to the NQ Renko, they both take essentially the same amount of trades per day. I think I saw more profit in the Renko, and that's why I was excited, or I felt like the trail would work better with the Renko. I'm not sure. Something like that. But they both take about 4 to 5 trades a day. And that is my sweet spot. Like, I would rather have more than 1 trade a day in a product, but when it becomes 10 or 20 or 60 trades, kind of like oil is, that makes me a little anxious because there's much more risk involved because if it's always taking 30 trades, you could, potentially have 15 losers or 20 losers. But if you know your product is only taking 4 or 5 trades a day, can I stomach 4 or 5 losing trades? Yes, I can. And if you can't, then you probably shouldn't be taking this product. Not saying it's going to happen, because it probably won't, but you have to be willing to stomach like at least 3 losing trades, So yeah. That's kind of my argument there. But I understand how, like, with ES, people can get bored and be like, oh, it's only 1 trade every 3 days and blah, blah, blah. So then you just kind of keep that in the background. Like, I'm going to keep ES in the background and probably never look at it and be like, oh, ES made me money today. And that's kind of how YM is too. ES, YM, RTY. RTY, somebody said has been doing pretty well this week. I haven't run it in a while. But those are like the conservative, safe ones. And that's great for new people. And that's great for people that don't want to risk money. I'm a little riskier where I'm like, hey, I want to make that $8,000 like NQ 5 minute did today. If I'm going to have, possibly 3 losers in a row. Something like that. Oh, Zach really likes gold. He's trying not to get too excited. I hope that makes sense. My mistake the first 2 nights, I didn't log off. Yeah, Gustavo, that's definitely a big thing. I should put that somewhere. I should, I don't know where to put that, but I should. Do I post my settings when I change it for myself? Any settings that I'm using or that I'm referencing or whatever are always in the spreadsheet. Always. I never do something kind of on my own or rogue. I always put it in here. Even like this Renko stuff, I told you guys from the beginning that, hey, it's for testing pretty much only. Be careful. But I put all the settings as soon as I have them. Like right now, I'm trying to get gold. And as soon as I get it, it's going right in the spreadsheet. Because I want you guys to have exactly what I have. It doesn't mean it's going to be great. It doesn't mean it's going to work out. But you guys can test it with me. Because the more eyes we have on testing or a product, the better it is. Yep, exactly, Jimmy. Totally makes sense. Mark was surprised with you liking the 5 minute of the Renko, blah, blah, blah. True, money's money. I had some losing trades in ES since. Think my lack restarting daily affected that. Yeah, and that's another thing is like, I was running the NQ Renko and I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of over this, so I'm going to go back to the NQ 5 minute. And I had put it in Sim and I missed a $1,200 trade. And this was like maybe on Tuesday. It was one day this week. And then I was like, damn it. So then I put it live and then I got a losing trade. So obviously it's the law of averages. It's going to happen. There's going to be a losing trade here or there. And if you're not always running that product, you can face the risk of, okay, when you turn that product on, that might be the trade that it's going to have a losing trade. So that's why it's all about, if you're going to take a product, go ahead, you got to take it pretty much every day to kind of get the correct results. 7K and a half an hour. What? Win rate isn't awesome, but it's a full day. I feel like that. All right, we're gonna have a new night stuff. Gold 8 to 9 p.m. is like $7,000 for 2 weeks. It did. Thanks for the detailed answers. Yeah, sure thing. What causes the influx with some getting the trades triggered and some not? I've experienced that, but I think the biggest thing is if you're turning your computer or like your Ninja Trader on and off each day, if you're exiting and getting back in. Also, what else have I noticed? If it's a really e-liquid product. So think about the science or the math behind this. So if you're here in NQ and the algo wants to take a long, right? So it wants to get you long at 13, 3, 4, 5. But to be able to get long, to take a long, you have to have people willing to sell to you. So if there are no sellers for you to buy, then you can't buy. So if there's, all of us, 150 people in the same trade, and we're like, oh, we all want to get this long. We all want to get this long. There, if you look at MNQ on the right-hand panel right here, it tells you how many contracts it has available. It has 6 available. It has 2 available. It has 11. So then think about all of us. If there's 150 people trying to get in on the same exact price point, it's probably, some people are probably not going to be put in. So it sucks, but that's what happens with e-liquid products. And NQ in general is not e-liquid, overnight, it's a little more liquid, but also the micro version is much more liquid than the mini version. MES is probably the most liquid micro product. And like, I never worry about oil is very liquid, gold is very liquid. I worry about sometimes copper being e-liquid, YM or MYM or M2K being e-liquid. So you just have to be careful. Not be careful, but you just may miss a trade. And you just have to, you know, kind of stomach that too. So, any other questions? Full day was 80,000 for the month. What? Also, I'm going to do... I'm excited about gold. All right. Well, if there's no other questions, we can, or if you guys don't want to see anything else, we can kind of wrap it up. It's 9:20. I'm probably going to go watch something on Netflix and then go to bed. So again, the stock market's closed tomorrow. You will see some of the indexes are open probably for a half a day. I am not trading anything live. And now I'm not even going to be trading anything in sim because oil and copper are not open. So at all. It'll help for all here to know the answer for when people ask in the room. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Helping each other is the best. All right, guys, thanks for joining. I'm going to end it here. This video will be available in YouTube if you need to reference back to it. I always kind of keep these live streams, so feel free, or point anybody else to it that maybe has a question that you had and they weren't on the call or whatever. Yeah, everybody have a great Easter. Be safe. We'll be back Sunday night, 6 p.m. The market opens. I'll make sure to have the daily thread up before then. And yeah, be safe. And thanks for joining. Bye, guys.